This is IA Forward, your playbook for success as an independent insurance agent. Here to help you knock it out of the ballpark are your hosts, Shane Tatum and Tonya Lead.
Welcome to IA Forward. I am so excited that the Christmas season is upon us. It is the time for love and friendship and all that kind of stuff. But it's also a season where we waste a lot of money and a lot of time.
We waste a ton of money, and I enjoy giving gifts. But one of my love languages is not our gift giving because I don't receive gifts well. It's like a really awkward thing for me, and I don't know why. I'm a learned, improving gift giver, flower giver, thank you type person. This is something that as I get older, I'm learning how to do. It is a season of giving. It is a season of that, and I love that. I don't want to sound like a Scrooge. I'm not a Scrooge. It's just something that doesn't come natural to me.
I am a gift giver. I love to find fun, creative, unique gifts. I'm not necessarily one of those people that hops on the Amazon and orders a bunch of stuff to be drop shipped. I would so much rather put real time and effort and thought, and that brings me real joy through this season. But that being said, there are so many things that we do as people or we do as business owners that are dumb. They really are. And I saw a roofing business here in Florida that was doing one of the dumbest promotions I have ever seen for Thanksgiving. And if you gave them your insurance information and they were able to help you get a new roof, then they gave you a free Thanksgiving turkey and an AR-15 as a thank you gift.
Was this a live turkey that you shot with the AR-15?
There's no specificity when it comes to that. It says, introducing our roof and gobble special.
Okay.
With a new roof in November, we'll throw in a free turkey to roast on that brand new roof. Plus, because we're feeling extra generous, we'll even toss in an AR-15.
I'll take you back to your radio days a little bit. This is going to rank right up there with WKRP in Cincinnati, the Turkey Drop episode.
Oh, I wear my WKRP Turkey Drop shirt every Thanksgiving. It's one of my favorite pieces of holiday clothing.
Yeah.
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
If you don't know what WKRP in Cincinnati is, go to YouTube. Just search WKRP Turkey Drop.
Don't do that. Go to the IA Forward social media pages, and I'm going to post that there for you to watch.
There you go. This is the first thing that came into my mind when you sent me that clip about this promotion. It creates so many questions. Live turkey, roasted pre-cooked turkey. Here's an AR-15 for bonus or to hunt the turkey with. I'm really not sure. I'm so confused, and I really don't know what it has to do with my new roof.
They always say that no publicity is bad publicity, right? And so I guess maybe I have completely crossed over into the insurance world because as I was seeing this and then I had to do a little bit of research about it and look at it. And there are so many things from an insurance perspective that can go wrong with this promotion. Let's just start there.
I'm not really sure how the registration goes and how the gun giveaway goes. And maybe it's a shoot first, no pun intended, ask questions later. Maybe that's their marketing and advertising strategy. I would love to find out if this worked. That would be an interesting thing. I don't know how I would necessarily find that out other than just calling them up and asking them. And would they be honest with us?
That was my thought.
Would you actually be honest with us? I do see us doing crazy things. Maybe it is a time of life thing. We're starting to enter that season in life where we're talking about the no gift, take a trip Christmas. And I have a good buddy. We were having this discussion at breakfast a few weeks ago. What do you think about the idea of just no gifts and taking a family trip, go on a cruise or go down to Cabo or whatever? And it's great. We actually have been talking about it, but it backfired a little bit on me because he was basically telling me the story of we've settled, we're going to take a trip. We're thinking Cabo because that's our place. The next thing I know, within the next day, he goes, my wife is texting in our family group to our girls, hey girls, I need your Christmas list. And he's, whoa, hold the presses. We can't do both. And that's the part that we're going to have trouble with if we try to go down this path. We're going to have trouble with the fact that my wife is a huge gift giver, loves giving gifts. It's one of her top love languages. And my girls are the same. They love giving. It's going to be a struggle to just cut the gift off and take the trip, but you can't do both.
You can do what we do, and we take the trip and do a smaller gift. Like, we set a much smaller gift limit by doing that. And that's been one of the things that the cute boy and I have done for our entire relationship. Neither one of us really needs things. Now, do I get sparkly things here and there? Yes. He's very good about finding unique, sparkly things for me. But for the most part, we made the decisions that we would do experiences and then do much smaller gifts, so we have the best of both worlds.
I've been married 28 years, and I probably should find out if my wife loves sparkly things or not.
She wears her diamond Aggie ring guard thingies that you got for her.
Yeah, but you can't add to that. Once you do that, it's done. It's like the gift that keeps on giving kind of thing. But what does this have to do with insurance? It has a lot to do with the fact that we spend a bunch of money over the holidays. And the question is, are we actually getting a bang for our buck? Are we actually doing intelligent things? Or are we just spending money? And I want to separate this maybe in my brain between the act of giving versus the act of promotion or advertising where you're expecting a return. But that's important. The idea of you're going to do something in your business in the form of giving, and you should not necessarily expect a return. That's not why you give. You shouldn't give to get. What we have to lean on here is this idea of what are you spending money on and why are you spending money on it?
One of my favorite Christmas promotions that I've seen an insurance agent do is Lone Star Integra down in Deer Park, Texas. And Brian does a promotion every year where he partners with the Deer Park Fire Department for their Spirit of Christmas campaign. And he puts together Christmas wish lists, and people can either Amazon gifts to him or bring gifts by the office. And then what he does is he rents out a movie theater and gives tickets away to a private showing, which is extremely inexpensive. If you've never looked into doing this, this is a really great way to do something really cool for your clients for not a lot of money. And if you bring toys in and donate to this Spirit of Christmas program that he does, then you get tickets to this private showing of whatever Christmas movie he picks that year. And is there a direct return on investment? No. But is it a fantastic way to get to spend time with your clients and create this really symbiotic feel-good thing? Yes, absolutely, 100%. And that goes a long way with client retention.
Branding, marketing, these are things that are so hard to measure. The sales engine in all of us in the insurance business, we want to know the cost of that lead. We want to try to put an expense to the brand build or the marketing spend. We tend to try to justify or try to see what the return is on that marketing spend. I'm not sure that that's the way to go about this. What Brian does and the brand building that he does through this effort, which is genuine, authentic from his heart. It's not about how many people he ends up writing insurance for. It's about being in the community and building his brand in the community. That's a thing that maybe you could speak to, maybe we could dive into a little further, because if agents are like me, they want to try to put an ROI on it every time. And they want to put an ROI on it down to the prospect or the lead or the sale. Marketing or brand building, it's just more complicated than that. And I'm not sure that we can do that.
Ultimately, it comes down to understanding the difference between building your brand and true marketing. And the holiday season, to me, is one of those times that you focus more on brand. This season can be magical for your business. And I know that you may have just rolled your eyes about that because I used that word. But it's so truthful because so many businesses are throwing sales out there. Thinking back to Thanksgiving weekend and Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and y'all, I checked my personal email one time over Thanksgiving weekend because it was such a hot mess express of businesses sending me discounts and you need this to make your life better. And I was finally just, I've got to give myself some grace, step away, and I'm going to delete all of this stuff all at one time. So we have an industry where we can't do that. We can't give people a 20% off friends and family sale because of the holiday season. That actually, to me, gives us an advantage because we don't have that. So what we have the opportunity to do is create something that makes a difference, that creates a brand awareness, has a feel-good, warm and fuzziness to it. If you look statistically, people are like 82, 85% more likely to do business with an organization that they see as doing something good in the community. And then if you look at millennial numbers and Gen Z numbers, those numbers go up into the 90s. So this is a time where you can do something and do something different. Another one of our partner agents is Reed Insurance in Vidalia, Louisiana. And one of the things that Reed does that is their own original thing, and several of our other partner agents have participated over the years, is something called Operation Grits, Gifts Raised in the South. And businesses and school classes and churches all get together and create these boxes of goodies to send to soldiers overseas. Say, for instance, a local doctor's office will all chip together and put together a box, and then they include about $18 for postage. Everybody in the community gets excited about putting their boxes together. And then they can drop the boxes off to the insurance office anytime. But on Friday, they do this huge party where different people of the community stop by, drop their boxes off. It's a great way to interact with other businesses in the community. And they have really created a name for themselves by doing this. They've been doing this for well over a decade. And because of it, Patty Reed there at the agency is considered one of the top 10 people to know in the Arklatex because of this thing that she started. Now, is there specific ROI on Operation Grits? No, but all of the publicity and media coverage, TV, newspaper, social media, events that have grown out of this for fundraising are huge for them.
The lesson that comes to mind here is that there's some work, there's some effort here. You can't outsource authenticity. Whether it's the toy drive that Brian does down in Deer Park, Texas with the movie theater giveaway or the Patty's Grits program. These are things that are truly authentic because the agent that created these events truly love what they're doing and they are truly committed to the cause. That's where it starts. I feel like so many of us, we just throw money at something, or we think if we give some money to this place or we volunteer a little bit over here that we can check that off the box and okay, I did it. That's not the point. The point is that you do what you love and what you're passionate about, and that is going to overflow back to you naturally. That is not why you're doing it. You're doing it because you truly love it, which is why it works for Brian and Patty. But if they were doing it because they were like, okay, if we do this, we can write more business, we can gain more clients, then I promise you it's probably not going to go well. But neither of those things started with that in mind. It started with truly giving back to the community, being a part of the community, starting something that was close to their heart. And that is the key takeaway to this season. When I see agents doing really weird promos or I see companies, for that matter, doing really weird promotional stuff or just wasting money. They're not getting a return on that, even though these returns are hard to measure.
Was Elf on a Shelf a thing at your household?
It was, or some version of it, yes, for a few years.
Elf on a Shelf is huge. This has become a true bandwagon thing. And several years ago, I decided that I was going to take this the opposite direction. And I took my elf, whose name is Tango, and I did all of the naughty, funny things with the elf, right? And I spent 2 Christmas seasons with Tango being naughty. And Tango would travel with me and he would pose with different people that I was with at different events. And he would do really stupid things. And it became semi-viral in the area that I was in. And people would see me and they would be like, oh, wow, do you have Tango with you? I want to pose with him. Or it became this thing without me ever really trying to create it. It just happened. As business owners, we don't have to go out and create these huge, elaborate things. We can take small things that are just random ideas and be consistent with them, and you never know what's going to stick.
We try too hard. That goes with wasting time and wasting money. More than likely, your thing is right under your nose. We had a local furniture store for years that owner financed furniture. I'm talking back to the 70s. And the owner created a little jingle and created the phrase, I tote the note, here locally. And I'm sure people have done that all over the country. I tote the note. And the jingle went with I tote the note. And then he had a Christmas holiday season version of that jingle. It is not complicated marketing. His business was a furniture store, and the furniture store financed the sale of the furniture. And if you didn't pay, they went and got the furniture. It was a very simple furniture store, small business, small town environment. The guy did extremely well, but he was the brand. The brand was created interchangeably with the jingle of I tote the note. Did he hire a big branding marketing firm to do this? No, he did not. He was just bold enough to do local television commercials or radio ads that became synonymous with him. This was not even giving. This was just the simplicity of what marketing can be. I am guilty here because most of the time, marketing, branding, I get way too complicated in my brain and I just walk away. And it really shouldn't be that way. Marketing should be easy and natural because it should be what we are comfortable with, and it should be from us, the ownership of a business, and it should speak from the heart of that business and how we do things, especially during this time of year.
Make it as simple as asking each person in your life to create a Christmas list. If I ask Shane, tell me the top 7 or 8 things that you would love to receive as a guy in his late 40s. Ask your daughter, what are the top 10 things that she would like to receive as a single girl in her mid-20s. If you put together shopping lists like that, post them every day, every other day, ask everybody around you that fits some kind of different demographic. That is so much fun because first of all, they're going to tell you exactly what they want. But second of all, being that kind of resource, that's one of those things that you can post on your different social media channels that people will start looking forward to. Simple things like that. If I went in and asked Daniel, hey, give me the ultimate fisherman's wish list for Christmas. And then I go on social and post that. And then I go onto my personal social and say, hey, head over. Daniel put together the ultimate fisherman's wish list. For people like me that know nothing about fishing, I would flock there because now all of a sudden my husband's Christmas is taken care of for me. So you don't have to spend a lot of money. Sometimes it's just about looking around you. What can I do with the resources that I have? And then making it happen.
So first of all, thank you for saying a guy in his late 40s. I appreciate that.
Gifts are not your love language, but words of affirmation are.
It's this less is more kind of mindset. We don't have to be complicated and we don't have to do a whole bunch of stuff to be effective. Less is more wins here. This is extremely low tech, what Tonya's talking about. Having conversations, asking Christmas lists from the people around you, using that and taking that and making it something under your name, your brand. These are just very simple, low tech, low cost, less is more kind of things. And I'm on this kick of less is more right now anyway, because I get in that mood as we get into the Christmas season because of how much overspending we do. We overspend in our businesses around this time of year, and then we get frustrated. And then we figure out, why did we do that? I'm going through this essentialism movement. Could just be that I'm tired of just spending money personally or as a business and expecting something magical to happen because we spent the money. That doesn't mean something magical is going to happen if there's no authenticity behind it or if there's no passion behind it. I just don't think anything truly becomes effective without passion.
Something I am very passionate about is preserving my family's holiday recipes. And I love to share most of those recipes with friends. And something extraordinary that you can do, let's see, today is the 7th of December, right? And so if you started doing a recipe tomorrow and you did a recipe a day of one of your family's recipes, one of your team members' favorite holiday recipes, or if you don't have them, Google them, find them, whatever. But trust me, you've got those recipes somewhere, those things that you absolutely love to eat. Doesn't have to be fancy. Post one a day. And then on, let's say, the 21st, which is the Thursday before Christmas, each day as you post those recipes, copy it and paste it into a Word document. And then on the 21st, that's 2 weeks of recipes, you can send the PDF of XYZ Insurance favorite holiday recipes in a drip campaign to all of your clients. And they've got something useful. It's branded with your agency's name on it. It didn't cost you anything but a little bit of time.
One of the things we're not talking about is
giving away a turkey and an AR-15.
This is true. Or dropping turkeys out of a helicopter. We're not talking about that either. We're also not talking about insurance products. And that's good. This idea that we're insurance agencies and all we can do is market and advertise insurance products. That's not true. We're insurance agencies, but we're human beings and we're daughters and sons and husbands. And there is the humanity part of our business. And that's why it is a great time of year to bring that full circle and out front, because we spend so much of the time on social media, on different platforms, marketing the products we sell. Or we spend so much time talking about auto and home and commercial and life and all those different things. This is an opportunity to get out from behind that insurance product, language, world, and make yourself human. Make yourself no different than the customer, the dad that has the kids in activities, or the single mom, or whatever you are and whatever you can relate to. This is that opportunity. This is that time of year. Give the insurance products a break. Give it a 6-week, a 2-month break and get off of that and get into something that you're passionate about.
And here's the thing. You may not be feeling passionate about anything right now. I know that in this hard market, it can be difficult to find that passion and find that love of what you do in serving others. I get it. So it may be one of those things that you talk to other people about to help you figure out what that thing is. We threw out a bunch of ideas today for you. If something resonates, and it may not resonate with you, but it may resonate with one of your producers. If you have a producer that is a fantastic marketer and you're not feeling it, then sit down with that producer and say, hey, what do you think we can do for the next 2 weeks? What ideas do you have? And then when you're having that conversation, see what comes out of it. And you don't have to do this alone. You can ask other people. You can ask other agents within your network, hey, what are you doing? This is what I'm thinking about doing. you don't have to go this alone. Call the elves in.
And if you're part of an agency network or agency group, there's a great resource there. Your fellow peers, I hope that you have some communication tool there. That's another great resource to bounce things off of. Don't sit in a silo here when it comes to marketing or brand building.
Or we would love to hear from you. So feel free to reach out to us on social or go to iaforward.com. Send us an email, and we would love to hear your thoughts of what works and what doesn't for Christmas marketing. Today being December 7th, we do want to pay tribute to Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. So I'm going to leave us with this quote from Winston Churchill. Never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few.
Attitude's a choice. Make a great one.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you for joining us on IA Forward. Make sure you never miss a show by clicking the subscribe button now or learn more at iaforward.com.